Hello, and thank you for taking the time to listen to this message. This message is for the energy showing up for the portal of this 1010 um, energy. So here we are today, October 10th. Let's see what energies want to show up for this 1010 portal. Take what resonates, release what doesn't. We start off with the Eight of Wands. Bottom of the deck is the Three of Swords. So I feel something is moving forward quickly. There's some sort of communication that comes in. I feel like it's in regards to something. I feel this is a past heartbreak or some sort of um, yeah, I feel heartbreak from the past I'm feeling, but I feel like there's news, information, conversation, or something that happens quite quickly. I feel that I feel brings a healing to whatever this is, to whatever that heartbreak was. I do feel there's some sort of information that is leading up into it's like an assistance, I feel, or an assistant to easing the pain or helping with the pain or healing of that pain. With the Ten of Cups, that can indicate love. It can indicate some sort of energy regarding a relationship, but I'm also feeling the energy of family. So take what resonates, release what doesn't. Next card up is the Four of Wands. So a lot of fire energy. Four of Wands talks about a celebration. Look at this, Ten of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. So I do get this vibe, this energy of something from the past that was really heartbreaking, or there was a heartbreaking experience surrounding a situation. Again, it could have been in regards to a relationship. It could have been in regards to a family matter, whatever this is, right? With this Ten of Pentacles underneath there. Ten of Pentacles to the Temperance Angel to the Judgment. So I feel like whatever this news information or this fast moving energy is that's coming in is something that is, I kind of feel like it's bringing light. That's what brings that healing as well. It brings something to the light, I feel, and it could be in regards to money. I did see the Ten of Pentacles, an inheritance, something like that, but it can also be in regards to a family situation. Strong family I'm picking up on right now, where there is quick movement forward, a celebration of some sort. Too many cards fell, but there were. I'll just show them to you quickly before I put them back in the deck because way too many fell. I'm not pulling all these. So these are the ones that fell upright. Wow, look at this. Look at this. There's the Page of Wands bringing a message. The message is of towards the Ace of Swords, I'm sorry, which is a truth, some clarity, some information. And there's the Five of Cups. Somebody, again, I'm feeling is going to be sad about this, or there's some sort of loss, I feel. And it could have been you, right? Where you've experienced some sort of loss. Whatever this is, I feel like this information is going to allow you to move forward with the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is talking about moving forward. So then these are the cards that fell. Wow. These are the cards that fell, and look how they fell. Two of them fell in reverse. So we had the Strength card in reverse. We have the Three of Cups that is in reverse. We have the Hierophant upright, and we have the Queen of Swords upright. A lot of sword energy coming out upright already with this energy. So I am feeling like this. The sword is always the sword of truth, right? It brings clarity. It brings transparency. It brings some sort of information. I'm getting a strong vibe that in the past, that energy that I feel there was a heartbreaking situation with the Strength in reverse and the Three of Cups in reverse. This gives me the energy of, definitely a cowardly energy, some sort of cowardly group energy. Maybe that hid something, that didn't say something, that knew something and hid something. Wow, look at bottom of the deck is the Hermit card. So yeah, that is about inner. Wow, splitting the deck to the Sun. Ooh, this feels big. I feel like this 1010 portal is about to bring a really huge truth bomb to somebody. And I feel like it's in regards to a group effort, something that was done behind the scenes, something there with the Strength in reverse, it just gives me that vibe of a cowardly energy. And I'm feeling a cowardly energy that didn't have the true strength. Um, confidence and courage to do a right thing. They did something wrong. They did something in a cowardly way, maybe with a group effort associated with this. I feel like whatever it was deceptive. It was a lie. It wasn't real. And I feel like the truth is being exposed. The Hermit can even indicate an investigation of some sort of energy. Now we have the Seven of Wands. So with this Seven of Wands, what's on the bottom of the deck? Four of Cups. I feel like this Seven of Wands is talking about someone standing in their power, rising above this situation. You can see these wands give me that vibe right there of where, like I said, there was a cowardly energy that was doing something that wasn't obviously the right thing to do. Somebody I feel is rising above this energy. I feel like this truth helps and assists them in liberating them. And I feel like they're going to reject something. This gives me that vibe. I feel like this is a blessing that comes in. And see those three cups right there? Remember, we seen those originally. In reverse, right? Where I feel like somebody is going to be rejecting these old connections, relationships, whatever they are. It could even be members of your family. As a result of, I do feel a betrayal. I feel like they were blocking a wish for fulfillment for someone and caused a lot of hardships, is what I'm feeling. And to me, this vibe is just saying that's over. Look, Page of Swords, I've been picking this Page of Swords up in readings a lot lately where I was talking about somebody watching, spying, keeping their eyes on. There's the Hierophant, and I have seen that even when I was shuffling this deck as well. So I do feel like there was a blessing intended for someone, and there was a cowardly energy, like a low vibrational energy that I feel intercepted. It just gives me that vibe of intercepting something and not having the strength to do the right thing. Someone did the wrong thing, and I feel like this is being exposed, and it's going to propel somebody forward quite quickly. I do feel this energy of, I just feel wanting forgiveness, and I'm feeling this is what's being rejected. I feel like there is this rejection of this Three of Cups that was in reverse, this group, this, you know, several people, at least three, I'm feeling with all of this. But when I'm looking at the wands, I feel like there's a lot more than three, right? I feel like there was quite a challenge of this person's being attacked by all these different wands. Here's one person trying to fight off six different energies right there. And I feel like, they caused a lot of burdens, baggage, judgment for the second time, Queen of Swords for the second time. This is very clearly showing me that it's time for this cycle, this time frame, whatever this is, to be over. That's the truth. Ace of Swords. So here we are with this sword of truth that keeps coming out. There is a truth and a clarity that is, I feel, this 1010 portal is opening up. I feel this judgment has been called. I don't even feel this is a judgment on a person, like on an individual who is making a personal judgment call. I feel like this is from the higher realms when I'm looking. And it's like you can see these people that are just like being flung away, out of the way, being removed, being put underneath some sort of judgment because they were like attacking something. They were doing something that caused a lot of hardship, a lot of burdens, a lot of weight on a person's shoulders or on a person's back. And I do feel like that energy is being rejected not only through by the universe, where it's no longer being accepted and that energy won't take, but I do feel this energy of, it's like I just feel rejected, cast back. There's the Two of Coins, so I feel like, wow, Two of Coins to the Two of Cups. Wow. This could be in regards to a choice, a decision. Um, it, let me keep going because I feel with the two, I feel with all these attacks, right? I do feel for one, there was, somebody really had to walk a fine line, kind of balancing, juggling, doing something like that in the physical realm. Could be with their money, their finances, things like that. I also feel like some of these attacks, like I feel like somebody got attacked in so many ways. Their money, their finances, their stability, their relationships, partnerships, that sort of thing. I feel like it feels to me like there was some intentional, and I feel there was a reason behind all of it. I feel like the reason was because of what they were trying to manipulate or hold on to or take or something like that. And I just don't see that. I feel like now they're going to be exposed for it. Again, I'm seeing that Queen of Swords several times. I'm not going to be surprised if this shows up as some sort of energy that's a person from the law, some sort of investigator, someone who gains clarity and transparency and acts upon that. Eight of Wands for the second time. And I don't know if you've picked up on this yet, but I'll just put it out there. There has been a lot of multiples, right? We've seen the Eight of Wands come out twice. We've seen the Judgment twice. We've seen the Queen of Swords twice. So just looking at those three energies, right? With the wands, the Eight of Wands, let's talk about that one first. There is going to be something that moves quite quickly forward, a lot of action, a lot of things happening, a lot of information coming in. This ultimately is leading to a celebration of some sort of stability and security. And I do feel whoever I'm talking to, like this person is rising above and they're fighting off all of these. They're no longer allowing that in their energy. They're standing up, protecting and defending themselves. So let's talk about the Queen of Swords next, even though the Judgment is the one who came out twice first. I'll save that one for last. But I feel with the Queen of Swords first, this is the Queen of Swords upright talks about truth, clarity, transparency, integrity, accountability. This is a professional energy. It feels to me like it's some sort of an investigator or something like that that's been happening behind the scenes. I feel the Judgment is like this is the Most High saying, no, this craziness has gone on for far too long. It's time for judgment on this situation. I do feel karma associated with that because I'm feeling like all of these obstacles and challenges and battles that someone has had to endure, right? Has really, taken a toll, like weighed on an energy, on a person. So let's keep moving forward and see what other energies. This feels intense. I wasn't expecting that. Okay. I do feel like it's a good intense, though. I mean, I can feel the shock factor. I haven't seen the tower, but with the Judgment, I do feel a shock factor associated with this because this could be something that's not even on someone's mind anymore. Look, Eight of Pentacles. This could be in regards to somebody's work or something that somebody was working on. Look, look, look. Eight again. Eight of Swords. It gives me where there was all this attack. Like this to me feels like external attacks that we're trying to hold. Look, look. Wow. I'll pull the three where the somebody was stuck, trapped, bound. They were hanging in limbo. Things were not moving anywhere. Justice is showing up with the Judgment twice. There is a serious judgment or being rendered to balance the scales. And look what showed up next was that pentacle where you can see these scales are unbalanced. And now there is that hand of God, the Most High, divine, whatever you resonate with, that is bringing down this pinnacle that is here to balance the scale, to bring justice and judgment on a situation. I am seeing the Six of Cups, so this is clearly something that has happened in the past. Like there was some sort of external attack that was really, slowing somebody down, holding somebody up, bringing burdens, baggage, delays, all of that kind of crap onto their path that was never meant to be. Like that's what I'm saying. Somebody was very cowardly in the way they did something. They didn't do it because it was the right thing to do. They did it for, acting out of their immature or just unhealed self, right? So I'm seeing the Eight of Cups. This is walking away, and I felt that with this Four of Cups over here. Somebody is going to move away from these kinds of energies, these you know this I do feel part of it is the emotions, the way they felt you know. I feel like there is some sort of healing that takes place, but I'm also feeling they're rejecting these energies. Like they're rising up, they're standing their ground, they're defending themselves, and they're not allowing this energy in no more. They have, look, the types of relationships that bring 10 of swords, betrayal, being stabbed in the back. There's the Five of Pentacles. I feel like the energies that we're doing the sabotaging, these external influences, and it feels to me there's a lot of them. Like, or they were coming at someone in a lot of different ways, trying to hit him in every which way they could. I do feel for that energy they are about to embark into a cycle or a period or some sort of energy where they're going to be experiencing all the things that they had wished and intended and attempted to do to someone else. I do feel there's something that's missing in this, and I feel what's missing in this is what they were fighting and trying so hard to hide. I feel, yes, look, Nine of Swords, wow, Eight of Pentacles again. Oh, this was the Three of Pentacles. I don't know why I called that as the Eight of Pentacles, but that's the Three of Pentacles. But anyhow, here's the Eight of Pentacles. So it is showing up out here. I feel like this could, for somebody, this was about your work. This was about what you were growing, expanding. It doesn't always have to be about your work. It is something in the physical realm. So it could have been about your growth and expansion in a relationship, your growth and expansion in your financial situation, whatever, your business, your job, whatever this is. But it does feel like there was a cowardly energy, a group of cowardly energies, I'm going to add that too, who were intentionally all coming against. It feels like one individual. It feels like there was all of this coming at someone from all different directions, and I just feel to sabotage, right, to betray. And now it's over. Six of Swords, somebody is moving forward. There is this energy of an opportunity that is coming in. Look, I feel the energy that's being left behind, the judgment is coming down for, the bad karma is what I'm feeling is going into this cycle of this lack. There's going to be some serious financial repercussions and situations like that. For the energy that this was happening to, I feel that it has been a long time coming, but here is that offer, here is that opportunity to celebrate stability, security. There is a choice or a decision. We have the Lovers card showing up, and then look at the bottom of this deck, like Moon to the King of Cups in reverse to the Ten of Cups upright. So again, if this was a relationship, that sort of energy, I don't know why, but I do feel strong family vibes. I just feel that. Take what resonates, release what doesn't. But I do feel like there was some significant challenges or experience or things happening behind the scenes. I'll lay this deck like this. Let me see what I got. Um, No, I'm gonna have to lay the deck like this. I'm sorry. Oh, let me put it right up like this. Because the next card that came out was the star card right there. I can't just show you the card because I just can't. But anyhow, I feel like this is the healing. There is somebody healing who now sees through the veil. They've seen clearly. See, the swords are upright. See that veil? She's seeing through it. This is the Two of Swords. There's the Empress on the bottom of the deck. So I feel someone has been at a crossroads, and I feel like they've been there for some time, feeling stuck, stagnant, not able to move forward. And I feel like I feel they struggled with trying to understand or figure out why. I almost get the vibe of somebody like, what have I done so wrong to, have all these things just fall apart, or to be stopped, blocked, obstacles put in my way, this, that, and the third thing. And I don't feel like it was anything on that person's part. I feel like it was external. I feel like a group. I feel like there was a group of people who thought it was funny, low vibrational energies, to attack or come at an individual person to stop, block, slow them down, that sort of energy. Well, you did what you did, and now I feel that energy is being returned. So as long as, I've said this many times, don't come out swinging, right? If you don't know how to fight, right? You don't want to just come out and think you can go swing and no one's going to swing back. And this is that energy it's giving me. It's like someone, and I keep saying someone, but I don't mean someone. It feels to me like a bunch of groups, like this was an orchestrated thing. Like, oh, let's take turns doing this, and let's take turns, like, we'll come at them from this angle, you come at them from that angle, we'll do this, you do that. Like, this is an energy that was, they thought this out, they planned this out, they were trying to do something, and I feel like it was to sabotage, and I feel like they didn't just do it for to get a kick out of it, although there are lower vibrational energies that will do that. I feel more it's because they were trying to gain something as a result of it. And at the very beginning, we've seen the 10 of cups and the 10 of pentacles, right? 10, 10, this 10, 10 portal. I feel like this is an important day today. I feel like this is an opening, like this portal is allowing somebody to step into this, which is going to be a lot different than it was. Like, I feel like they get to 10 right there, allow them burdens to be released. They're rejecting that energy, they're healing from whatever this experience was. And on the flip side of this, the energy that intentionally did all of this stuff, like, they're going to experience, what it's like to have to endure that. And not everybody can. There's a lot of people who dish a lot of stuff out that if it was sent back on their plate, they wouldn't be able to handle it. And I'm feeling that energy with this. I'm feeling a really big shift with this 1010 portal, especially seeing all the energies that I've seen already with that judgment card twice, the justice card showing up here. Somebody is rejecting something that caused them a lot of pain, trauma, battles, burdens, baggage, whatever it was. Somebody is rejecting that. They're seeing the truth for what it is. They're walking away from to that, and they're walking into something very nice. There is some sort of celebration with that 10 of cups and that 10 of pentacles. I'm also feeling the energy where, someone is really going to see that area of their life really be restored in a big way. Their feelings, their emotions, their relationships, like, I feel healthier, more genuine, sincere kind of connections there. And I'm also feeling something with their physical realm, with their foundation, their security, their finances, their resources. So this feels to me like it's going to be one heck of a big day today. Hope you're all here for it. And I'm sending you love and light. Let me just get these two cards and we'll end this out. Instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good for all. That's nice to see that. And I have been thinking about that. I do pray a lot. Um, and I have been thinking a lot lately about that, because you know how they always say to pray for your enemies. And it's really been heavy on my mind when I think about that, especially that lately, because it's like, oh, I do pray that they find the light. I pray that they find healing. I pray that they, learn to have tap into their strength and have that courage to do the right thing, to be kind, to, this, whatever, reject the demons that sometimes take people over, greed being one of them, envy being another, jealousy, that another one, right? Like, those things can really take over. The spirit of those things can take over people. And it's not the person per se, it's more the spirit that's residing in them, that's using their body as a vessel to, project and do all of this crazy stuff. So we're definitely going to pray for those people to see the light. And then oneness is my true nature. Yeah, that's being comfortable, confident, true with oneself, you know, being at peace, not only from within, but externally as well. And I feel like this is a major portal of alignment and bringing things forward. And by doing that, it's like the truth sets you free from that place. The truth, the clarity, the transparency, like, every single time a lie, a deception, a manipulation, something like that is exposed, it's part of healing on the bigger picture. It's more of a collective healing. It helps everybody involved. Somebody's not going to be carrying the baggage of the lie that they were, or the manipulation that they were doing, or any of those things. It frees them as well as frees the person or the energies that are the reciprocant of that manipulation, deception, all of that sort of energy. I feel it's a big day today. I really do. I felt that energy from the moment I got up. So please leave me a comment and let me know how the energy is feeling for you today. I thank you all for being here. I send love and light.